Let's talk for 30. Where you at on your journey? Tell me what you learning. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Do you give back to your city or educate the ones that listen? Time to show them how to get it. Give the people what they missing. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Let's talk for 30. Drina.
Welcome to Talk for 30, a platform for individuals to share their life stories, passions, and journeys with us. Today I have Chelsey with me. Chelsey, tell everybody your name and the name of your business.
Hi everyone, my name is Chelsey Washington and I am the owner of JMB Sweet Treats shop.
What inspired you to start your business?
So there was a lady, she used to make some Sour Patch grapes that I used to like, and she was going out of business. And I had asked her, can she teach me, because I used to get them grapes just about every week. And she told me no, so I had to learn how to do it myself. And once I learned it, one of my friends, she had tried it. And she liked it, and she wanted to put it on Facebook, and it just went from there. Everybody just started asking me to do different treats, and it just blew up from there.
And it went from there, What all does your menu consist of?
Well, I have a different variety of things. I have, like, you go from your basic chocolate covered fruits, cakes, cupcakes, pies, spicy bowls, boiled peanuts, you name it. Lemonade, I do it.
Okay.
Just about everything.
Just about everything. Is there any specialty item that you created that you make on there?
I wouldn't say something I created. I always, for some reason, for me, I'm not really creative. But if I see something, I'll remake it and put my own twist on it.
Your own twist. Okay, make it your own. Mm-hmm. How would someone place an order with you?
So you can do it. I have a website, either through my social media, because all people don't, like to use the website. So through my inbox on Facebook, Instagram, or my business Facebook page.
And how has social media impacted your business?
A lot. Most of my customers come from social media. Very seldom I'll get, customers through word of mouth, but a lot.
A lot. Where do you see your business in 2 years?
So since we're moving, eventually I want to open up a bakery. I don't know where. I wanted to do it here because this is my home, but who knows where the military is going to take us. Mm-hmm. So I can see myself in 2 years probably still doing the same thing I'm doing now, because I don't know where we're going to be. Mm-hmm. But hopefully in 2 years I will have my own brick and mortar, like my own storefront. So that's my goal.
Big goals. Mm-hmm. Big goals. Now, I've noticed that you have a lot of followers on Facebook. Do you feel they have contributed to the success of your business?
Yes, most definitely. I am one of those people where they say any feedback is good feedback, whether it's negative. Because I had to learn it, like a couple weeks ago, I did a marketing stunt. I had said something on Facebook and whatever, and it got Facebook talking, and it got me a lot of more customers, got me a lot more people viewing my page. And the only thing I said was Augusta supports popularity, and it went crazy. Like some people agreed with it, some people didn't. But yeah, it really, that's what made me realize that social media can do a lot for your business.
If someone calls you and say, yes, I want an Oreo cake, and you've never made it before, would you be open to doing that?
Most definitely, but I'll let my customer know this would be my first time doing it. Okay. But one thing I will say is when I make something new, I never just sell it without tasting it. If it does not taste good to me, or if I don't like it, I'm not going to sell it to them.
Okay, so you would make one first to see how it goes before actually fulfilling their order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I noticed that you said you went to Helms College for a while. How was that experience?
It was all right. Being that I am not interested in learning how to cook, because I know how to cook. Mm-hmm. That wasn't the program for me. I just want to do strictly baking and pastry. Because I wound up dropping out of school because that's not what my calling was. And then it was at the end of the program where they only had like maybe 6 weeks of baking and pastry.
Oh, wow.
I didn't want to do that. So it's like I'm building up student loans for nothing, because it wasn't my passion to cook. I just wanted to bake. So once I move, I'm going back to school. I'm going to find a baking and pastry, just that program, and stick with it.
Okay. I like that. You're going to further educate yourself in the field that you're inspired by.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you ensure to meet allergy requirements?
So I do have labels, and I always ask my customers when they do place an order, are you allergic to anything? Is there anything that you can't eat, anything that you don't like to eat? And then I implement on a sticker for each one, like especially like my allergy has the label on it that says, hey, this has flour, eggs, sugar, butter, whatever. Anything that I make, it has an ingredient label on it.
That's good. So you label all your items. Good. How can someone place an order with you?
Through my Facebook, my Instagram, and my business Facebook, or on my website.
Okay. And share how they can find you on Facebook, Instagram, and your
on
website.
Facebook and Instagram, it's JMB Sweet Treats Shop. And on my website is www.jmbsweettreatshop.com.
Okay. Do you request deposits?
I do.
You do? And they usually pay that. What methods of payments do you accept?
Typically, I send my customers and either they can pay through the website or invoice. I very seldom take Cash App, cash, or anything like that. It's typically invoice or through the website.
Okay. Do you consider yourself organized?
Very, very, very. But over the years, because I've been doing this for 4 years, when I first started, I was not as organized as I am now, but now I am.
Okay. And you think that's very important?
Yes.
Why?
I say that because, say, I have, quite often I might have like one weekend where I have over 10 orders. If I don't like print out my orders, I might forget something, or I might forget a little detail on this cake or on this cupcake. So I'm one of those people, I have to print it out, put it on my refrigerator as I'm doing it, because I can't.
I'm organized too. I like to write things out as well. Have you set goals for the upcoming year? For your business? Not yet?
Well, at first I did. When I thought I was going to be here, I was like, okay, by the end of the year, I'm going to open up a bakery. Well, the military called, and that's probably going to push me back further, because as I'm moving, I'm not sure what their requirements are, what I have to do there. So I have to learn all that and figure that out once I get settled in. So
yeah, how do you feel about this move?
I'm not ready. My biggest thing is I'm leaving my sister behind.
Oh, yeah, close. You're very close.
So my sister, she's not my biological sister, my best friend. We've been best friends for 14 years. And because of her, my business has flourished so much. She pushes me to do better. She pushes me to keep going. Because there was a lot of times where I would be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Or I get discouraged because I see other people doing the same thing. Because when I first started, it wasn't a lot of people doing what I'm doing in Augusta. When COVID hit, everybody had to find something to supplement their lost income. And it was just like everybody turned to doing the same thing I did. And I used to get so discouraged, and she used to always keep me encouraged, like, hey, keep pushing, keep fighting. Like, just because somebody's doing this does not mean it's, you know. And I had to realize that. But like, my sister is my rock.
Oh.
She is my best. Like, she's so sweet. Like, she just keeps me going. Like, she does. I was like, that's my backbone.
Okay, would you like to say something to her?
I love you, girl. And when I leave, just know I'm just gonna be one call away. I'll catch a flight. You know, I love catching flights, girl.
What's her name?
Marquivia.
Okay. You hear that, Marquivia?
That's my baby there. She's older, but I'm more like the motherly one. She's the more nurturing one, but I'm like.
Did she come to the event today? She did.
Yeah, so she, because of my sister, I've been fortunate enough to have my treats sell at the Partridge Inn. So every week I have to restock my cookies and treats and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's a sales coordinator there, and
definitely somebody you want to keep on your team, not just for that, but because she has your best interest.
She does.
As a priority.
When
Definitely.
I tell you, you know how like they say, your mom, you listen to your mom. I'm gonna listen to my sister. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna call my sister whenever I got a problem. Sister, what you think? Or sister, what you think I should do?
Oh, I have to meet her.
She's amazing.
I have to meet her.
She's amazing.
What lessons have you learned from your past that you plan to take forward with you? And when I say past, like experience this year.
All money is not good money.
Explain.
So for me, I can kind of sense people, how things are going, like just through general conversations, whether that's talking, texting, I can read. And I start to pay attention when I have difficult customers. I kind of stay away from that. Only because some people you just cannot please. And one negative feedback can push a lot of people away. So now that I've started, because I wouldn't say like my business has been like smooth sailing these last 4 years, because I've had some of those customers, but I'm starting to gain like knowledge or discernment. I can tell when it's going to be not a good interaction. So all money is not good money. I used to be the type of person, I wanted all the money. I wanted all the money, but sometimes a lot of money comes with headache, stress, and I don't like that anymore.
No, you get to pick and choose. What are your thoughts on good customer service?
For me, being in the customer service field prior to me having my business, I was always taught the customer's right. When I became a business owner and I started to see sometimes the customers are not right. They're not. I feel like the customers can be wrong in a way, but the way you deliver it to them, you don't have to be so harsh, you don't have to be negative. Or for me, that was one of my biggest downfalls when I first started, because I don't like confrontation. I don't like arguing with people. I had this one customer, we literally almost got into a brawl in my house because she failed to read the description of what I was selling. And because she failed to read the description of what I was saying, she was really upset with me, and she wanted me to give her money back, but didn't want to give me the cake back. So she wanted her cake and eat it too. So I was just like, yeah, no.
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you on that one. How would you handle a customer who has negative feedback for you?
I would definitely take whatever that customer has to say. All advice is good advice for me. Just because someone's telling you, I take constructive. Before I say that, constructive criticism back in the day was hard for me, like to take it. I could not. But now, as I'm getting older and I'm starting to learn, just take the feedback, thank them for it, and just move on.
Yeah. It helps you grow. What is your favorite cake to make? And
Red velvet.
Why red velvet?
It's just something about, so vanilla's too sweet for me. I hate chocolate. I'm okay with key lime, but it's just something about that southern red velvet. Like, it's amazing to me. That's my favorite. That is my absolute favorite.
I would say chocolate or strawberry mine.
Really?
Well, no, I'm not a sweet person, but I love pound cake too.
Okay.
Can you make a pound cake? That's my
It's crazy.
favorite.
I gotta make one tomorrow.
Really?
I do. I gotta make
I
one.
might put in another order.
Okay.
Speaking of that, how do you handle that? Is there an advance notice people have to give you?
So for custom cakes, I ask for everybody to at least give me a 2-week notice in advance. Just because if I have to order whatever I need to order for the cake, I would like to have enough time. I don't want to rush it. If people don't, then I implement a rush fee added on to it. Just depends on how large the order is. But like typically small orders, just maybe 24, 48 hour turnaround time.
What has been the most challenging cake to make?
Sock it to me cake.
What does it consist of?
Everything.
Oh.
My grandma used to make a sock it to me cake, and I tried to, before she passed away. I always ask, can she teach me? And she didn't teach me before she passed away. But I had Googled some recipes, and it does not taste like my Nana's. That and a 7-Up cake. I can't get it. I can't get it to be like my Nana's.
She had a special touch. I saw you promoting Pretty in Pink brunch. Share with us about Pretty in Pink brunch.
Well, my Pretty in Pink brunch was basically my 4-year anniversary brunch. I wanted to celebrate with my family and friends. It was open to the public. So we had like mimosas, we had brunch, we had motivational speakers. There was supposed to be a flower wall, but that didn't come. We did cake tasting, we did games, I gave away prizes, and we had fun.
It was a good turnout. And it was today. It was today.
Hence why I'm all dressed up.
We'll get you guys a picture of her full fit later. Tell us about Kids Bake Club.
So the Kids Bake Club is something I started last year. It was essentially just something I wanted to do with kids because I have 3 small kids, and that's what JMB stands for. It stands for Jordan, Mackenzie, and Brandon, which are my 3 kids. And they like to bake. So I was like, hey, why not start something, you know, for the kids or whatever. Because I didn't see too many places. Like I've seen, I think maybe one place in Augusta that was doing that. But I wanted, you know, to do something with the kids or whatever and teach them. So every summer I host 3 classes. I have the cake decorating class, I have a cupcake decorating class, and a dip fruit class. In the dip fruit class, they, you know, learn how to do Oreos, strawberries, pretzels, stuff like that. The cake, they have a 2-layer 6-inch cake. They get to decorate it. They make the icing, they make the cakes, whatever, they do it. Cupcakes, same thing. So essentially, when I open my bakery, I want a big enough bakery where I can have like a common space to still host my classes.
I went and looked at some of your pictures on Facebook, and the kids look so entertained and excited. So that's definitely an experience. And I'm sure the parents are happy about you providing that service.
And come back and get them when they get ready. Yeah, them kids had so much fun. The last class I did, I was like, okay, y'all get to pick from pizza or y'all get to have Chinese food. Somehow we wind up with both. Them kids, when I say they spoiled, they are so spoiled. Like,
so you feed them too? They do the cake. Oh, what all do you do?
So in the morning, so the drop off is at 10 o'clock and then pick up is at 3. So the parents will feed them breakfast. They'll come, we'll play an icebreaker game. They'll get to know each other. And that's when I introduce them into the baking part. So we go all over that. We go over like what materials we need. Of course, I provide all the materials. They just come themselves. They get their own custom apron with their names on them. They get certificates. They get lunch, of course, snacks. It's a lot.
Wow, I didn't know it was a all-day event.
It's a camp, a day camp.
That is so nice. And how often again do you?
I do it every summer.
Every summer.
So typically there's one like when school gets out. The first one is the first weekend of June, and then I have one in July, and then one of them in the end of July. Okay.
What about decorating classes for adults?
I do offer one-on-ones. I only had one actually, one-on-one, because before I was not taking anybody to do one-on-ones. I don't offer one-on-one cake decorating classes, but anything else I will. The only reason why I say I don't offer one-on-one cake decorating classes is because I literally just started.
Okay.
With cakes, I had flew out to New Orleans earlier this year. I had found this lady on TikTok. Her name is the Sweet Hustle on Instagram. Her name is Julie, and I just so happened to be scrolling on TikTok because I had been looking for somebody to teach me how to make cakes for them. Like, well, I know how to make cakes, but I couldn't decorate a cake how I wanted to. And I had been looking, and I was asking people, nobody would respond. So I was like, okay. I found her, and I flew out there to New Orleans to take me a class. Wow. And me and my sister went to New Orleans, and I took me a class. And ever since then, I just been hitting the ground rolling. But there's still stuff that I need to learn. There's still some new techniques that I want to master before I offer that for someone. Because I don't want nobody to pay a lot of money just to learn the bare minimum. I don't want to half-step them or half-teach them. So I'm not offering one-on-one adult classes yet for cake decorating. But anything else, yeah.
Okay, yeah, with that. Soon, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Which one would you prefer, baking or conducting the classes?
Baking.
Wow.
That is my happy place. I am so happy when I'm in my kitchen by myself. My music jamming, I just be in my little zone. I just be in my zone.
The music. You said you have 3 children. What are their ages?
9, 6, and 4.
What are their names?
Jordan, Mackenzie, and Brandon.
Oh. What do you enjoy doing with them the most?
Everything. Everything. My kids are my everything. They are. Like, literally, if I didn't have my kids, I don't know what I would be.
Maybe your inspiration?
They are. Because my kids don't have, well, they have father figures as far as like my husband, but their biological fathers, they don't have. So it's like I have to make up for the time loss of their biological father, because my kids know who their dads are. They want their dads, but it's not a place that I can fill that void for them.
Right.
So I try to spend as much time and do as much as I can with my kids so they won't think about that. Because my daughter, it's rough for her.
Is she your oldest?
She's my baby. I mean, she's my middle.
Okay.
But she's a daddy's girl. She loves her daddy. She loves her daddy to death. And there's nothing that I can do to make him do better. So I just try to, keep her busy, keep her occupied so she won't think about it. My oldest son is the same, but he's starting to adapt to him having a stepfather better than my other 2 children.
Gotcha.
They love them to death, but you know,
It's
they
still-
know their dads. So it's kind of hard for them.
Gotcha. That's got to be hard. Just make sure you keep the communication open between them.
Of course.
And you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
If you had to verbally identify one thing that's missing in your life right now, what would it be?
My grandparents. My grandparents raised me well, along with my mom. But my grandparents, they were my heart. And I know, without a shadow of doubt, half of the stuff I'm going through now, I wouldn't be if my grandparents were here. Because now that I've gotten older, my grandma used to always say, you're going to listen one day. You're going to wish you hadn't listened one day. And now is the time. So it's like now, like when I need guidance or I need just somebody to talk to, I need comfort. I don't have my grandma. I don't have my granddaddy. My granddaddy, I didn't have a father growing up. My dad was incarcerated all my life. So my granddad filled his place and he took care of me as his, alongside my mom and my grandma. But my granddaddy, he was like a dad. So like when I got married, I explained to my husband, look, this is how I was raised. This is how I want to be married. And so far, so good. I will say that. So far, so good. So if I can verbally say anything, it's just I want my grandparents back.
Your grandparents back.
My grandparents were like the rock of my family. They were. My grandparents were magical. They were the best. Like the best grandparents you can ask for.
What did you enjoy the most doing with them?
Just being around them.
Just being in their presence.
Just being around them. Because now that I'm older, my grandma passed away, 6 years ago? And you know how as a kid, your grandma always getting on you. All right, Nana, I don't want to hear that. But now I appreciate it. I appreciate all the lessons because my grandma, she was a talker. She would just sit there and talk your head off for hours. I'm like, all right, grandma, I don't want to hear that. Now I wish I can go back and be like, all right, come on, just tell me one more time, please. But yeah, I miss them.
She was a baker too.
Somewhat. She can do a little something.
What do people misunderstand about you?
I am not mean. I may look mean, but I am not mean. I am not mean. A lot of people say they think I'm mean, and I'm not.
Or not? Yeah, I get that sometimes. Well, not mean, but stuck up.
A lot of people, yeah. They say I might be stuck up or mean. No, I don't know. I just have a resting face, what they call it. I'm very nice.
There's another word they say too.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
I've heard that one too. Do you have a celebrity male crush?
Celebrity male crush. I do.
You want to share?
My husband might kill me.
Well, just say his name. He's your celebrity.
If I had to pick, I would definitely pick. I wouldn't even say he's a celebrity. I don't really know his name. I follow him on Instagram. He has a podcast, and he talks about how men treat their women and how women treat their men. His name is Crew Seasons on Instagram, but how he carries himself as a man, his mannerism, like, it's just phenomenal.
Okay. All right. What about female crush? Could be somebody that inspires you. You just love their music.
Tiana Taylor.
What about her?
I love Tiana. Like her style, and she's just so different. Like she's just, everything about her is just different.
She is. She's a whole vibe.
Yeah,
herself,
she most definitely is.
By herself. You could create a billboard and put your face on it. What words, quote, would you put up?
Sweetest treat you can't resist.
So you would make it about your business? If you had to write a book about Chelsey right now, what would be the title?
Where to next?
Explain.
I would say that only because I never know where I'm turning next. I don't ever know where I'm going next. My life is just, I'm very spontaneous and spare of the moment. I just pick up and go.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to traveling. Me and my sister be like, all right, we were just talking about it today.
She loves to travel.
I do. Let's go to Dallas this weekend. So we might end up in Dallas this weekend. I think the flight's like maybe $84 this weekend.
Really?
From Atlanta to Dallas. I'll take that.
What do you like to do to relax?
Travel. When I travel, I'm at peace. When I travel, I'm not one of those girls that like to go out and party, hang out. I might, go to a lounge every now and then, but when I go out of town, the first thing me and my sister do, find some food, go get a massage. Go back to the hotel, relax. I just like to relax at a hotel in a different scenery, a different vibe, like try new things. So yeah.
Okay, that's relaxing. What about for fun?
Just traveling in general is fun to me.
So it's relaxing and fun.
I like the preparation for the getting ready to go, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, and going shopping for clothes. That's fun to me.
Okay.
That is fun to me.
Self-care. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the most important lesson you've learned in life so far?
Slow down. Take your time and think about things before you make your final decision. Growing up, I always thought irrationally, and it always excuse my French, bit me in my ass in the long run. Always, as a teenager, I was a troubled teen. I stayed getting in trouble, and had I only listened to my mom, or if I listened to my grandma, I would have been better off. Or like my aunt always tell me, slow down and think. I wouldn't be in half of the stuff I was in once I got older if I would have just slowed down, listened, and thought. I've always been the type of person to just just do how I feel at that moment, instead of thinking about, hey, what's going to happen in the long run, or if you do this, what's going to be the consequences of what you do later. So I would definitely say slow down, think, and just be more responsible.
You are a dog mom.
I am.
Tell me about your fur baby.
My baby's name is Chloe. She's a Shih Tzu. She's about 15 pounds. She's a little sassy little mama. She just be strutting her little stuff through the house. We got a haircut the other day, and they painted her tail pink and purple. And all she does is spin around all day trying to fight her tail.
How old is she?
She's 1. So 7 in dog years.
Yeah, I don't go by
Yeah,
that.
she's 1. She's 1.
Oh, what kind of dog is
She's
she?
a Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu. Okay. I'm a fur mom as well.
Oh, what kind of baby you got?
I have a standard poodle. He's our only boy.
He's tall.
He's 2. He's tall. He's white. And then I have a Yorkie. She's the oldest. She's 10.
Oh, wow.
That's why I don't go by the dog years, because I don't like to hear that 70.
Yes, absolutely. She's 70.
I get real sensitive. She's 10, and then we have a Chihuahua, and
He's mean? Well, she's mean?
yes.
Okay. I was going to say she got to be the mean one out the group.
She is the you-know-what of the family. And I say that with a smile, but she is mean. When I tell you she give you the business, I don't care who you are.
Oh, man.
She's the boss.
See, my Chloe's, she's scary. She is so scary. I don't know what it is about her. She is scary. But when we had a cane corso last year, we don't have him anymore.
They get big, too.
He was huge. He was huge. He was like 98 pounds. And on his 2 feet, he was standing like 6'3", 6'4". So he was huge. But when we first because we had Chloe first. We got Chloe as a puppy. She was like 6 weeks old. Max, he was 4 when we got him.
Okay.
And when I tell you, that little thing used to walk past him and bark, 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 bark. I'm like, Chloe, I ain't never heard my dog bark before until we got him. And then, so once we got rid of, because Max had really bad anxiety. So because he had bad anxiety, we couldn't leave the house without him tearing up the house, or putting him outside didn't work because he's tear up the windows. So we found him a better home, someone that was home with him all day, every day, so he wouldn't be left alone, because even the medicine wasn't helping him. But when we turned around and got we had a Labrador Retriever. That was Chloe's best friend. That was Chloe. Oh God, they just fought all day, but they loved each other. My husband wants to get another dog when we get to Oklahoma.
You don't think so?
No. I think I might let him get a snake.
What's one thing you've done in life that you thought you would never do?
Have kids. Have more than one, actually.
You didn't want kids growing up? Really?
I don't know how I managed 3. I don't know how, but it happened.
But it happened.
It happened. And I'm thankful for it, though.
So it's safe to say you don't want any more?
I want one more.
You do? Wow.
Only because my sister wants me to have one.
Okay, sister.
My sister, she been big, so she had her last baby. She has 2. She had her last baby last year. He's getting ready to be 1 in October, and she was begging me, Chelsey, have a baby, Chelsey, have a baby. No. No. Like, she still be saying, I'm like, Marquivia, hush. But I'm gonna give her one by the time I'm 30.
Okay.
So I got another year.
You got it 1
I got
year.
another
1 year. All right, we're gonna play a little game called This or That, and you just choose one or the other, okay?
Okay.
Misunderstood or unappreciated.
Misunderstood.
Okay. Know your partner cheated or never find out.
No, my partner cheated.
No, you would rather know. Secrets or no secrets.
No secrets.
Date someone fun or date someone reliable.
Date someone reliable.
Okay, why would you say reliable?
Because I can go out and have fun anywhere. But if I like my tire go flat, if I call you and you can't come, well, what am I supposed to do?
That's right. Safari ride or helicopter ride.
Definitely helicopter.
One of your pet peeves.
Inconsistency. I don't like it. That's one of my biggest. Because I never show up halfway, and I get it. Well, I would say inconsistency in people who don't know how to communicate. Because with communication, if you're being inconsistent, you can communicate, well, hey, I have this going on, or such and such is bothering me. Okay, I'll give you some time, give you your space. But if you can't communicate that with me, how would I know?
That's right. Communication is very important. And
It
consistency.
is. For a long time, I was not big on communication. So it was when I got better and I learned how to communicate, and now I want everybody else to, follow board, because we're grown. Express how you feel. I get it. Some people just don't know how to express how you feel. But, at the bare minimum, let me know what's going on. Because if you need help, how am I able to help you if you don't tell me?
That's right.
How do I know if you need somebody to be there for you if you don't tell me?
That's right.
So my biggest thing is communication and consistency.
All right. You heard it. From when you started to where you are now, are you proud of yourself?
I am, because I didn't even think I can pull off this brunch. Like, I woke up this morning, things was going bad. I was like, wait, Chelsey, just stop, think, pray. It's gonna be all right. Because there was a lot of trials today. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And it's crazy because back then, 4 years ago, I would have never done this. I would have never even thought about it. Because I was just in a space where I wasn't ready. I had to follow the steps of the Lord before I could do anything. Like, God had to put this on my heart for me to do it. Back then, He probably put it on my heart before, and I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't have. So I can say I have accomplished a lot, and I've done a lot within these last 4 years. It might not be too big, but
It's big.
I've done a lot. So I will say I've grown a lot. I definitely have.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourself. Very successful.
Thank
And
you.
you look beautiful, by the way.
you.
Pretty in pink. And I know that you're going to be moving soon.
Unfortunately.
So she'll be going to another state, but you'll still be doing business.
Of course.
So,
I'm gonna make it my business to come back home often.
okay, good.
Especially if the flights is cheaper, yeah.
She'll catch a flight.
I'll catch a flight quick. Quick.
Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers about you, your business?
Just because I'm moving does not mean I won't ship you guys. I'm still gonna ship my stuff back home because like the contract I have with Partridge Inn, I can't let that go.
Right.
So I'm just gonna ship my cookies every week and ship whatever else they ask for.
Okay.
I will still ship my treats because I know a lot of people was asking me today, like, how I'm gonna get your cupcakes? I'll ship them. I will definitely ship them. Y'all might have to icing them yourself. I'll ship the icing, but you might have to ice them yourself.
Okay. But you'll still ship. So she'll still provide those services. So don't get worried thinking you can't order anymore. Let's continue to support Chelsey.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you
Here.
here today. I know you had a busy weekend, a lot of obstacles in your way, but you still made time to sit with me today.
Yes,
so I
ma'am.
really appreciate
I really
it.
appreciate you having me.
This has been a fabulous episode thanks to Chelsey. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope that today's episode has inspired you in some way. Remember, if you have a dream, only you can make your dream become your reality. If you would like to sit with me and talk, contact me and let's talk for 30. Peace.
Time to show 'em how to get it. Give the people what they missing. Let's talk for 30. 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 Drina. Let's talk for 30. Where you at on your journey? Tell me what you learning. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Do you give back to your city or educate the ones that listen? Time to show them how to get it. Give the people what they missing. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Let's talk for 30. Dreamer. Let's talk for 30. Where you at on your journey? Tell me what you learning. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Do you give back to your city or educate the ones that listen? Time to show them how to get it. Give the people what they missing. Let's talk for 30. 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 Dreamer. Let's talk for 30. Where you at on your journey? Tell me what you learning. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Do you give back to your city or educate the ones that listen? Time to show them how to get it. Give the people what they missing. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Let's talk for 30. Dreamer. Let's talk for 30. Where you at on your journey? Tell me what you learning. What's your line of business? How you make your earnings? Do you give back to your city or educate the ones that listen? Time to show them how to get it. Give the people what they missing. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30. Let's talk for 30.